want to do a video showing you that the iPad should be coming out by January to February, because January to February in 2010, so this year, Apple released the iPad first generation, well, the first ever iPad. So, and they usually with all their products update the product over a year. So once it becomes a year, the iPad should be getting updated, which is in January to February of 2011. Okay, so some of the features of some new features maybe are the video, so FaceTime, and it will have a camera, so you can FaceTime. It will also have a USB port. In Europe, it became policy to have USB outputs and inputs into mobile devices now. So if Apple wants to keep selling their iPad in Europe, they're going to need to include some sort of USB input or output source. Also, it's gonna have Retina display. So Apple is trying to roll out Retina display to all its devices now. So the iPhone had it, and now the iPod has it, and soon the iPad will have it, and possibly the MacBook Pros and MacBook lineups when it gets updated, which is fairly soon. I guess a few months. Also probably January, February. But I highly doubt they would release two products in the same month, mainly because of the advertising, and it would just be too much pressure on Apple to advertise that much. And they were gonna have a 3-axis gyroscope in the iPad, so you can play more advanced games and apps and such like the iPhone does. The main reason I'm hoping for FaceTime is because a FaceTime on that big of a screen would be amazing. And the only reason I would even think of getting an iPad is if it had FaceTime. So if it doesn't have FaceTime, I'm never gonna get an iPad. So I just want to do a quick video showing you that the iPad 2nd generation should be feature packed.